Hey guys, so today we're just gonna talk about how to learn Jiu-Jitsu on your own, one-on-one. And there's so many ways you can do it, but for me there's kind of three ways. I always been doing it since I never had a coach. And first one would be watching instructionals. But the thing about watching instructionals is that you can really get carried away with all the different kind of information. So if you choose to go that route to watch instructionals, I think it's very important to set out a game plan or set out a theme that you think would be awesome to work with. It could be half guard, leg locks, back attacks. I feel like if you do a lot of defense at start, that you might start to wander off. So I would suggest work on some kind of submissions. If you're an elderly guy like Kevin who's gonna see this, I think half guard will be a good thing just to study. And there could be a Lucas Lage DVD, there could be watching some of the things on Patreon here, and then just working consistently on it. And whenever you start to do this, you need to drill the technique first, and then afterwards you have to put it into some situational sparring, or you have to try to put it into just regular sparring. But if you only spar with people that's a lot better than you will never really get these techniques to work. So you really have to pick some partners that you kind of know that you can own, and then you have to work your own game. So you kind of have to see the instructional things, especially if you train in a regular gym, as a supplement to whatever your coach are teaching. Because the things your coach are teaching will maybe not be a thing you would like to do. So that's why I think it's important to go your own route. And with instructionals, that's a very good idea. And I always say try to pick out just something that's interesting. That's the most important thing. Drill it, and it don't have to be an hour drilling. It could be 10 minutes drilling, and then just try to put it and see how many times you can hit it in training. Keep a count on it, if you hit it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, that's awesome. If you don't hit it at all, then we need to talk about it, or maybe you need to drill a little bit more. The second one is the copycat. And the copycat is my personal favorite. It's whenever you look at high-level grapplers or high-level anything martial artist, and you just try to copy their style. I've been doing this for ever since I started. I had a Ken Shamrock phase where all I would do is leg locks. Whenever I saw a leg, I would just jump on it. I had a Pablo Popovich one where I would try to be more strategically, start to work takedowns, be on top. So I think with this way, you kind of try to mimic your favorite fighter and you try to mimic the moves. And I think it will give you a good understanding of both how they're thinking, but also why the move works. And I mimic so many guys that there's some of them I would never be able to hit the moves at all, and some of the other ones I mimicked works perfectly. And I will say this, that I always thought the bigger guys would be, if I mimic them, it will work better. But for me, smaller guys actually work better for me mimic wise. And I know for some of my smaller guys back home, mimic bigger people has been better for them. So I don't think you have to mimic somebody from your weight class. I just think you have to mimic people you think who you think are fun to watch, and just try to have a deep half guard day, a Jeff Glover day, a Gary Tonin day, a Rodolfo Vieira day. Just if you do MMA, maybe have a DC day one day, then have a Piera day, and just try to copy their style, their footwork, and maybe go into how they think we're going to their match. And the last one is whenever you study Jiu-Jitsu is troubleshooting. And troubleshooting can be really hard because maybe you have a coach who's a blue belt, or a coach who don't have time, or a coach who's not very talkable in general. But I would just say when you do the DMs, I've been doing the DMs forever. At first, when there was no Instagram, I did it on Facebook and so on. I would just write to the people who I know was good at the moves. It could be half guard or anything. And I would hit the guy up, like Jonathan Satara. I hit him up on Facebook, hey, I need help with this move. I would send him a film. And most of the time I actually managed to hit me back. So I would say, now when you have this Patreon, you can of course ask me, but I would say if you really have a move you're struggling with wrestling wise or anything, I think don't be afraid to reach out to people and actually ask for advice. And I think that's 3 ways that you really can rapid fire your jiu-jitsu. It's just important to keep track, and when you do something, stick with it for at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. Don't go totally ADHD and just do 1 week or 2 days and then you're done with it forever. All right. So I think that's it, guys.